Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Author Collaborative. As always, I'll be talking to an author whose book I have recently read and enjoyed. And my guest for this week is somebody who's coming on the show for the second time, but after a really long gap of almost 2 years. And in that much time, he has not only written this new book, which is his second book, but he has also gone on from becoming an author to a filmmaker, and I'm very excited to talk to him about this transition, about his growth from the first book to this one, and much more. We are going to talk about his second book, which is this, My School in Little England. Brijesh should be here in a while, and we'll start today's episode in a bit. Do stay connected. Hi, Brijesh. Hi, Prajwal. Guys, can you hear me? Hey, hi, Brijesh.
Hey, finally we made.
So, yes, finally we meet. First of all, I'm very happy that the episode has started, but a new kind of glitch has come up this time on Instagram. I can't hear myself,
Oh yeah, even I couldn't hear you for a while.
but you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, it's clear now. Yes.
I can hear you, but I can't hear myself, which is very weird. So, yeah, first of all, welcome back to the show. Very excited to have you after a gap of almost 2 years. Congratulations on the new book. This is the
Hey,
book that
thank
we are
you.
going to talk
Thank you.
about.
Yep.
And also, congratulations on becoming a filmmaker. How has that journey been?
It's good. It's good. It's going well. Finally, I was able to get my movie out. It was fun. So it's been a year that my movies got out. So yeah, then it went on to the OTT platform. Then yeah, it's been good. Generally good.
It's gone on to an OTT platform also. How casually you are flexing that. I like it. Which OTT platform, if you can let us know?
So this is a platform called Sun Next. It's in South of India. Generally, people in South of India watch movies there. It has all the South Indian languages. Generally, movies in all the South Indian languages come up there. So I'm
Okay.
not sure if you guys generally know about it, but yeah, it's on Sun Next.
Okay. And originally, is it in Tamil?
No, it's a Telugu film.
Okay. 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 Now let's come back to this book. We are going to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
get back
that.
to the book.
But firstly, we have already spoken a bit about it. But can you briefly introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Okay, so I'm Brijesh. I'm primarily a filmmaker, but I love reading, and I always imagined. I always wanted to write books, so I finally made to my second book. Hopefully, I'll keep writing more. I live in Toronto. I keep visiting India every now and then. Yeah, that's about me. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I am. I've put you in a spot here. That's why probably you are not able to say much about yourself. So I'm going to quickly show everyone the book cover one more time. This is Brijesh's second book, and this is the title that we are going to talk about today. But I've also read your previous title, which is Rashlila.
Roughly.
Yes, I remember. Yes. And in both the books, firstly, I have to say that there's a lot of introspection and self-discovery of the protagonist involved. That's
Right.
that's that's a theme that I believe that you enjoy exploring, and you do it really well. In both the books, I've enjoyed that bit, and which probably I have enjoyed in this a bit more. Probably the reason for that may be because this book is a little longer, I think,
Yeah,
right?
this is longer. Yes, correct.
So I could get into the skin of the characters a bit more than I was able to in Raslila. I felt that book was short, so I couldn't really, you know,
Correct.
the female protagonist I could get into, but the male protagonist I could not so much. But
True.
here, you have written from one POV, first of all. Your previous book was a dual
The
person.
two POV. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
And here we are only focusing on the male POV, which I really found interesting because, and you're focused, it's a little different from how I remembered your writing in the first book.
in Rashtriya.
Yeah. So this was very interesting, more introspective, more, in depth of the
Mm.
characters. Also, a lot of character growth. Here we see
Correct, correct.
the main protagonist developing into a much more, uh, I would say disciplined person, much more
Mm-hmm.
clear-headed person. There also that it happens, but it happens with the female protagonist. I felt it
Correct,
didn't
correct,
happen much with the male protagonist. Here, the
correct.
male protagonist is growing, and of course, through him, we also see the other characters who have also grown. Probably
Right.
faster than him, he took him a little while, but the others have also grown with
Right.
him. And he's
Right.
also introspecting that bit that everyone else has, moved on in life,
More
done.
on, yes. Yes.
I am not. I am probably stuck here only. That's the
Correct.
kind of feeling I got from the character.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Now about how I love this book. Firstly, I think this is a book all those who have passed out from school already should read. And
Correct.
it's been a few years since they passed out from school. They want to have that nostalgia ride where they want to remember the first that happened in school, probably the first crush, maybe the first crush turning into a first date or a first kiss, or whether it became a proper relationship later or not. Those memories are still very sweet and charming to be remembered. Not always good. There might be some bitter memories also, but it's always, like a nostalgia, right, to go back and reminisce all of those memories. You have focused on personalized memories of that character, but the
Correct.
things that happen around him, I think those are universal. We all have gone through those feelings. So I really
Correct.
like that. You have talked about the events also that happen in school. There's the annual function, then there is the science fair. So all those things also are very common for any school, right?
Everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, the little rituals that none of us understand. No
Yeah.
logic at all. But yes, all the schools had those kind of rituals. I was laughing so much. That bottle exchange was like, okay, yes, that used to happen. If you like
Yeah.
a girl, you drink from the same bottle, or you
Yeah.
share the same tiffin. Those kind of illogical, rituals that we followed just to convey our feelings. That I like you. Are you noticing it? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
and quickly on that note, I'm going to show everyone the book cover one more time. My School in Little England. Go check it out on Amazon. And now I'm going to read one of my favorite parts. Before I do that, I quickly want to show everyone how hard this was for me to pick. I'm going to quickly shuffle through the pages and show everyone how much I have highlighted in the book. So it's really difficult for me to pick a favorite chapter or a
Right.
passage from this because the book is fully
I'm
highlighted. I
so glad. I'm glad you actually liked a lot of it.
So I'm going to read out from a passage which has, like, something that I always connect with as a reader and as a writer, which is poetry. So this particular bit from the book talks about nostalgia, and it also has a piece of poem which I really liked. So I'm going to read out that. This particular character is at a tea stall, and they are observing they are observing happening around, and they are talking about their experience, enjoying that. This is what is happening. The tea stall was alive in its usual slow rhythm. Just can you give me a second? I'm getting a call. I'm going to quickly.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, everyone.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so this is how it goes. The tea stall was alive in its usual slow rhythm. A thin curl of steam rose from the aluminium kettle, carrying with it the chatter of the street. Glasses clinked against the counter like tiny bells. Somewhere in the background, an old transistor played an out of tune song from the 90s. The stall owner, a man with a grey mustache and permanently tired eyes, worked with the calm precision of a saint. He poured tea from one steel tumbler to another, high and fast, creating that signature arc. I'm going to show everyone this arc. It's like this.
It's also They go all the way up and they come down.
It's like this, like this.
Right,
Yes,
right.
exactly. So I was able to visualize this when you described it here. Yes. Creating that signature arc, a performance the Indian middle class never gets bored of. So true.
Hmm,
I held a glass of proper honesty, strong with just enough sugar to wake you up, not enough to kill you.
hmm,
Around me, men laughed at jokes that didn't matter. Mechanics from the nearby garage, a school teacher in a half buttoned shirt, two auto drivers arguing about petrol rates, all sipping from the same brown liquid, all equal for 10 rupees. Lucky, I thought, to have friends to laugh with, to feel that easy joy so early in the morning, while the rest of the world was still waking up, still scrolling through their phones for reasons to smile. I took another sip. It burned my tongue, sweet and sharp. I thought of a few lines I had once read. Couldn't remember who wrote them, maybe someone like me, standing at a tea stall, trying to put the flavor of life into words. So, this is now the poem. I've never tasted a drink as shahi as chai, be it Irani chai or Sulimani chai, Bombay chai or a cutting chai, Kashmiri kawa or tandoori chai. Ginger and cardamom gently at play. Rose petals whisper as flavors sway. In every nook, in every gully of this land, a regal warmth, shahi chai in every hand. Brewed in every home, night and day, each in their own signature way. The British may have looted Kohinoor's gleam, but left us chai, our everyday dream. They can keep the diamond sparkling and bright. For chai, the true gem, our daily right.
right. Nice.
So I'm going to stop here. The book is filled with many such, observations and anecdotes from the protagonist's life. And all through the book, there is this feeling of nostalgia which you can't let go of. It has this charm. It's a bittersweet feeling because you will be remembering the good and the bad that has happened to you in your growing up years. And which is what happens with the protagonist also. There are many good memories, but there are some not so good memories also.
True. I think at this point, all those memories are okay. The bad memories are also okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so based on my reading, Brijesh, I had a few questions for you if you would be kind enough to answer those.
right.
Okay.
True.
Okay, so my first question to you, I'm quickly pulling it up here. It is so I've seen and observed that when I'm writing, adolescence is something which is not easy to put into paper or into a story. Okay. So it's always a challenge to put that age into a story.
Hmm.
So how did you balance the nostalgia of that with honesty about the awkwardness and confusion that comes during those years?
Right. So generally, I have a lot of a very good emotional memory.
Okay.
Right. So when I go back in time, I'm almost able to not judge myself, or just be in a place where what was I in that age, and I would
Hmm.
not judge that person I was at that point, right? So yeah, and most of it, I'm not all of it, but some of the episodes here are all from my life or the lives of my friends I've seen. So
Hmm.
what I was doing when I was writing is I did have a pathway on how these characters behave, and I was not judging them. I was not judging their decisions because
Hmm.
I understand they're doing it at that age, at
Hmm.
that particular age, right?
Hmm.
Even like one of the moments in the book where I it's like giving it away, but then it's fine, I guess. Where this Sidhu tries to kiss his girlfriend, Mary, but he makes her uncomfortable, right? And the
Yes.
next day when they meet, this point where for a person now, like at this age, I would think Sidhu would say sorry, right? But in the book, I
She.
have Mary saying sorry
Yeah.
because and I imagined what would Mary be feeling after going back home. He's
Hmm.
obviously gonna say sorry, but then even her saying sorry, I felt it should be based on the character's decision. She
Yes.
might have felt she overreacted. She
Hmm.
didn't, but then she might feel right. So that kind of things when I was writing, I was not judging the characters or not like putting my morality in there, but I was just trying to live their lives when I was trying to do it.
Okay. Yeah, which brings me to a follow-up question. about the you have already spoken about one instance. There are many such instances here where we are, worried about the characters actually.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
So it also often requires revisiting very vulnerable emotional spaces of our own. So what was the most challenging part of writing this story in that regard for you?
I mean, generally speaking, the childhood parts, I don't think. I mean, yeah, this is the problem here. Is I've actually written a screenplay around this
Oh,
initially.
oh.
Then from that, I thought the screenplay. Generally, when we write a screenplay, it's all at a place. You don't get to expand the world and all of that. So
Hmm.
I came back and wrote. So I don't remember the instances while writing the screenplay. What was the tough parts?
Hmm.
But something I felt tough while or vulnerable while writing this time is yeah, this is a little emotional, but then the thing is, my father passed away last year.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so and I had an episode where one of the characters, not the protagonist, but his friend's father passed away, right? When I was writing it, there were a lot of emotions going through me, and it was there is this expectation from the person who's going through pain that
Hmm.
they show their pain in a certain way, generally, right? And the point is, you're never feeling that pain at that instance.
Hmm.
You're not feeling it going through it at that particular point,
Hmm.
which I obviously felt, and it is also in the book here, where the character doesn't feel it, and everyone wants him to break down, but he is not breaking down.
Hmm.
But the breakdown or that emotions come up in a later time, right? That was the vulnerable part. I mean, at least for now, when I was writing, that was too fresh, I guess, to touch a point to
Okay.
touch at this point. So
So I'm sorry if this is, not a proper question to ask, but did that particular episode from your life inspire you to include it in the book later on?
no, it was there. This like I told you, when I wrote the screenplay, it was there. And again, when we were in school, my friend's father passed away, and there was a little of that in there already when I was wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
But I think a lot of realism came and a lot of personal emotion came into this
Hmm.
chapter when I was writing it as a book.
Okay. Okay. So originally, when you wrote the screenplay, you were thinking of it from your friend's perspective, but when it
Correct, correct.
became a book, it became a personal incident.
Yeah,
From
there were things that were coming up from inside into this, and it's very it's a weird time. I think it's every time man is us as humans are always moving, but then with the emotions, right? When it's very awkward that we expect them to react in a certain way, but
Hmm.
at that particular point, it's not happening to you. It's
Yeah.
happening at a later time, right? That's
Yeah.
that's something I felt. Yeah.
Also, just uh, I'm sorry if it's not that way for you, but I have always found writing to be therapeutic. So was it, yeah, what you have just said also proved a point that, writing it out probably helped you.
No,
uh,
no, it's
helped
definitely
you.
helpful.
Yeah.
Definitely helpful.
Yeah.
And generally, while writing, I almost go to a lot of emotions, right?
Hmm.
It's. I don't think it's passive. Also, it's active inside you. Writing only brings out all those emotions. There are times I've also cried while writing. There are times where I felt that pure emotion where I see a certain thing happens to you when you are really young.
Yeah.
Like you are first time in love with someone, and
Hmm.
you don't think you'll get back those emotions. But
Hmm.
while writing, there is a chance that you get a little of those emotions back. So you're
Yes.
living the character, right? So
True.
yeah,
True.
that was there. It was therapeutic for sure.
Again, this brings me to a point which I want to highlight for everyone that if you have already passed out from your school years, this is a definite treat for you to get that nostalgia drive and walk down memory lane of your school years. Because how else are we going to relive those days if not through such stories? I mean,
Yes,
whether it be in books or in films, this is the way we relive, right?
true, true.
Okay, coming to my second question for you. The school itself in the book, the building, it feels like it is an entire world of its own. From the classrooms, the corridors, to chai stalls, and even the terrace. We've included the terrace also in a few of the
Yes.
scenes. How important was it for you to recreate these everyday spaces in detail? And how did you decide which school rituals, traditions, or the small moments to include in the story?
So the rituals. were actual rituals, right? When which we experience. Yeah, and I think generally there are a lot of them. Again, what would be entertaining for me and for audience reading
Hmm.
is what I thought, and what is a universal possibility. There's something really, really specific, and that might not make the audience chuckle or entertain them or engage them. So
Hmm.
that's the priority. And how did I get to the spaces? Yeah, that's a good question. Some from the some from the real life incidences, and some and it's obviously when you're writing about a school or we're writing about any space, you try to go back to that particular space in your actual life
Hmm.
and make the imagery, right? And
Hmm.
that's how I made the imagery on how my school was. Around my school, if a certain thing was supposed to happen, if a boy and girl were supposed to talk, where would they talk? If
Hmm.
two friends were supposed to look at girls, where would they do that? Obviously the school canteen and spaces like that. And if uh yeah, in the book where there was a point where a very important incident had to happen, and that could not happen in front of teachers, but
Hmm.
all of students should be there. Where
Oh,
in the school would this be possible? Because teachers would obviously be going on the corridors but not on the terrace, right? So that's how I think it mentally works. I've not really thought through it, but
hmm.
then probably it worked out like that.
Yeah, because you've lived through those years and you have already
Correct,
mentioned that some of these anecdotes are from your actual school life. So
right,
probably you are visualizing and going back in time and,
correct,
thinking about how it happened with you.
correct. True, true, true.
Okay. And one thing that just popped up in my head is when I was reading it about the school building and the classrooms and whatever happens outside the school gates in the vicinity also, in the playground, everywhere else. Was it deliberate on your part to not give it a proper form and structure so that whoever was reading it would imagine their own school there? Because it happened with me.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted audience to imagine their own school as such, generally, and not like give a overall imagery. I mean, going in, you're not supposed to think like this is where certain thing is. I just wanted them to experience that particular situation in that particular location and imagine their own school there, and
Yeah.
not like me telling, oh, this is how where the playground would be, and then that's the building and that's the terrace in
But
our side.
also not actually defined what the school building is like, what the
Correct,
structure is
correct,
like.
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Was
No,
that
no,
deliberate? Because that's very
yeah, deliberate. That was deliberate.
yeah, because I could totally imagine my school when you when I was
Right,
reading
right, right.
my school corridors, my school structure, the road outside my school, everything. People doing wheelies also, I completely remember because that's
Correct,
what
correct,
used to
correct.
happen in front of my school also.
All those would happen. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was deliberate because again, if I give them a structure already, if the imagery already is there, then it will kind of take the audience away from their own experiences. Right? It will
Okay.
not be a nostalgic. Right?
Okay. And now, as a filmmaker, how would you translate that into screen on screen? Because there you would have to give a definite structure to the building.
Correct, correct. So, what would happen with the filmmaking aspect would be that, yeah, I have to stage those scenes. But again, revealing of the see, if you don't establish the school with an establishing shot to
Hmm.
start off with, and only take the audience through Sidhu's POV, that is, Sidhu has already been in the school, so he's not exploring the school.
Hmm.
He's exploring his own feelings, right?
Hmm.
And I think everything will come together once in the last scene in the end where the farewell happens,
Yeah.
and that's where I think everything is there, and they see the school from outside for the first time
Yeah.
after the school is done. We've
Yes.
never showed that before the school starts.
Hmm.
I think I'll do that so that I don't want it to be a exploration of the school. Rather, it should be exploration of his own feelings
Hmm.
through the corridors of the schools, right? So that I think I'll do that.
Uh,
Hopefully, if I get
yeah.
done.
That's a very good idea. Very, yeah. I can see how and why you became a filmmaker from being an author. Yeah, you
Right.
understand nuances. Nice.
Yeah, it's a reverse. I understand screenwriting better, and actually, I've understood writing for a book more while writing this particular book.
Okay.
And while writing Ras Leela, I was too uptight because I was really scared. I was scared that audience would not finish the book, or they will not read it, or whatever I was thinking. This time I went, I was like, it's okay if no one reads the book, is what I thought. And then
Oh,
I put everything what I wanted to put there. That's why I was able to explore more, like you mentioned.
yes. And once again, I just want to point out that not giving a structure to the school building or defining what it looks like, I think it made it universal for everyone.
Correct.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. I think that brings me
That's
to
all.
questions, a long form questions I had for you. You have also read Fitmel. Please share your experience.
Yes. So I have the cover of a book here.
Hey, lovely. Nice. You
No, I
managed
saw
it.
yeah. Firstly, when I looked at this book cover, it was really good. I mean, I really liked how this illustration actually looked actually like you.
Thank
You
you.
pull it off very well. Even
Thank
the hair, the
you.
glasses.
Note, I just want to point out, I have made effort to look dress up like an Anglo-Indian today.
Oh, you
Yes.
did? Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's done nicely. Yeah,
So yes,
that's
please
very
go
nice. Yeah,
ahead.
and I didn't know you were calling this fit melt, but that is actually. I'm very surprised. How did you get to that point? How are you calling your book fit melt? Uh,
There was a lot of iterations for that. Let me first confess that if my friends are here, they were a part of the entire process. Nilshri and Siddhant. Nilshri is the founder of Arthropod magazine, a very dear friend, and Siddhant is a book reviewer. Together, we also do another thing, but that's not important here. But they were a part of the decision making where we were deciding the short form for the book, the acronym for the book, because this is a very wordy book. I mean, title.
correct,
I
correct.
couldn't probably possibly write every time. If I'm talk, generally what happens with authors is we are talking on chats more about our books. So I couldn't, write my jeans fit well every time that I spoke to somebody about the book.
Right.
It's inconvenient for me. I don't know about the other person, but personally for me, I wanted to make my life easier, so that's why FitMelt came about. And I wanted to have an acronym which would be easy to use in my everyday chats and talks. So it started with Jim actually. So
Oh,
then it
oh.
became Jimmy,
Hmm.
and then it came to FitMelt because it was. We were also thinking about the SEO factor of while using on Instagram and anywhere as a
Oh,
theme.
right.
Fitmelt would be something that the SEO would catch easily because it fits, into the keywords very well.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Like it would be something that food enthusiasts or fitness people or people who are foodies, they would easily come upon it if the SEO word is something they are. This is something they are looking for. So that was also an intention. So
Oh,
that's
nice,
where Fitmelt, because
nice.
it fit is coming. So fitness is of course going to be an SEO related keyword that probably uh, helps the book reach a newer audience. And then melt is something that we associated with food mostly.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
that's
also
nice.
an intention.
That's nice. Even the title, as such, generally the entire title, "My Jeans Fit Well and Ice Cream Didn't Melt," is catchy. It's like once you read it, the reader would think I have to go read in at least a couple of chapters to start off with, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so,
was yeah.
so
Another entire process of for the title also. But I don't want to bore you up with that.
oh, that's fine. I could hear your story. That's fine. Again, what I felt when going, I mean, this is the first time I mean, I've read comics, I've read comic books generally,
Hmm.
and I've read novels, but this is the first time I've read a book that is like based on illustrations. I've never read anything like that, and I didn't know this was a thing also until you sent. I didn't know it was a thing, so that was very interesting for me to start off with. And generally, as such, the entire idea when I started reading, I realized a little later that okay, you're basing everything on the alphabets,
Yeah,
A to Z.
yeah.
And once I got to the letter C there, I was thinking, immediately I was thinking, what is she gonna write for
Right.
X, Y I think is okay. X and Z, I was like, how are you gonna fit such things here? I was like, really intrigued me because yeah, I was gonna get to it later, but then I thought of that first. And generally, it was very relatable. A lot of things which I would also feel, I didn't know that could be put in a book. These are like micro emotions, no? They're
Yeah.
not even like emotion. They're very micro emotions. You feel it for that particular moment. That's
It's
it.
a nanosecond feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. That keeping that into a book was the first thing very relatable. A lot of things there are relatable. Even though you're a girl and I'm a boy, but I could relate to half of the things there. At least that's me half of the things.
That. Thank you so much for saying that, because the guests, male authors and guests that I have had on the show, they actually said that this helped made them understand the women in their lives better. They were not able to relate that much, but they
Oh,
helped me that I understand my wife or my mother or my sister or my girlfriend better now.
oh, no, that's good. That's good. That's more helpful, I guess. But yeah, these were some of the things I felt while reading, and I've also like highlighted a couple of things that I really liked.
Okay.
Uh, so let me get to the word. Okay, I think the first thing I really liked it was, I mean, not the first, but then the most I liked was window seats with a view.
Oh, W. Okay. Yes.
So yeah. So I'll tell you where this particular illustration or nugget took me back in my so when I was doing my bachelor's, I was studying really far away from my house. So it was a 24-hour train journey, which also included some bus journey as well.
Okay.
So I had a lot of lone time with myself. And it took me back to that particular point of my life. And I think that's the, once you're in this age, adulthood, you don't get to do a lot of the solo traveling and all of that. Especially once you're married, you generally tend to travel with your partner, right? So this particular thing took me back there, and yeah, a lot of this is from there. Let me read it out. So it says, window seats with a view, life goal. I now want to quit everything and become a window seat philosopher. Blessed to be the one who didn't choose this seat before me. Excuse me, universe, while I sit here, look at the views, and contemplate life's mysteries. Just me, the bus window views, deep unnecessary thoughts, and playlist that makes this ride feel emotional. So exactly this is how I felt when you're seeing the views, right? The outside views, they are something else. I mean, you feel the world is so big. It's something else out there, and I don't know. I would also think, when will I even get to these mountains and all of those? So it took me back to that thought process. So I really liked. That's why I wanted to get to this first. A lot of nostalgia there. I suppose.
Exactly. In that manner, our books are similar.
Right. Correct. Yeah, that matter. They are similar. Yes. And the next one is about photos clicking.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this says photos clicking, getting clicked, and surfing through old ones, and reliving old memories and special moments. And then this illustration says, who let me leave the house with the haircut? Oh God, that outfit was also a crime. But look at that smile. There's a whole story behind it, and I still remember it all vivid details. Scrolling old pics, a walk down memory cringe, questioning 90% of my life choices. Yeah, again, this has a lot of nostalgia, but I think that's the kind of person I am. Probably that's why I'm relating a lot to nostalgia. Yeah. So this I feel when I am looking at my old pics when they come up in memories in Facebook. So I just generally feel this. And it is also good that when you see an old photo, it reminds a lot about who you were, and that's something interesting.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't know, again, like I told you, I didn't know this can actually be put in words. The emotions that you feel at that particular moment, that could be put in words. That was one of the good nuggets there.
Any more you
The
want to
next,
read? Or we can move on to the questions. It's okay.
No, 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 no. I have good ones. I have good ones.
Yes.
I was just picking which one I have to go, and this again it comes up from with my thought that how it's from zipping up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was like I told you, I was very keen on how would you get to the zipping part, but with the zipping part, the good thing is I think we all want to get to that part where we close the bag once. I mean, once you start packing, we want to get to the part where we zip it off, right?
Yeah.
Zipping up a bag or suitcase for an outing or a long trip. Bag zipped, more likely to be unzipped, and me as whole ready to cause mild chaos in a new zip code. This is what I really like, where you use the zip twice. That's
Yes.
very, very, very author like. Like you are playing with the words there. It's very good.
Thank you.
Suitcase overpacked, brain underprepared, mood vacation. I think yeah, this one I like because also because when you're packing and you get tired of packing and you just want the zip to be closed, and once it's closed, that's the moment you've been waiting for,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
I, I'll just read couple more, just two more because I really like these, and I this is something I've been experiencing recently. The this says Xmas spirit.
Okay.
Okay, so the this one says Xmas Christmas spirit. The joy and festive cheer that surrounds the holiday season is just addictive. She truly is my daughter. The Christmas season is over, but look at us all excited about the decor and not been taken off yet, and still wanting to take photos despite having more than we can ever count already. This is the prettiest Christmas tree I've seen this holiday season, and I've seen more than any in my lifetime this year. I can't believe the season is coming to an end already. Santa's real gifts are mildly chaotic mother-daughter duo, and this photo. This is really good.
Thank
First thing
you.
because you mentioned the mother here, and also I've what I've connected with this particular nugget here is that I've since I'm here in Toronto, and the winters are crazy here, right?
Yeah.
Uh, November is when it starts, and December is when it is actually getting really bad.
Hmm.
But the Christmas festivity, the lights and all, help us push through 2 more months,
Yes.
right? That's one of the really reasons why I really love the festival. I started loving it the last 3 4 years. I didn't
Same.
know.
Same here.
The
I
same,
didn't
same.
celebrate it much in India. After moving here, I was like, this is the only good thing about winters.
Correct, correct. It's a great thing about winters, honestly speaking. Yeah, so that's one of the things that will help you. And I didn't know a 10 days could help you push through 3 months of time, right? That's really good.
Yeah.
I think let me just get for one more. Yeah, and I wanted. Okay, I'll use this a little later. Uh, and this one, sipping a favorite beverage, especially when the weather occasionally aligns with said beverage like chai and barish, or a hot chocolate with marshmallow during snowfall, which is like super relate. Because obviously I love chai, and you also read something from the book that points out to how much I love chai. This says drinking this feels like hugging a teddy bear from the inside. And I don't know who invented the combo of hot chocolate and marshmallows, but I hope they got knighted. That's nice. Seriously, oh god, what a great combo indeed. Why did I stick to cinnamon only so far? Christmas just got better. Yeah, and the hugging the teddy bear is generally there, but where you say from inside is something else, right? It's really cute.
Yeah.
And then this says, "Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is an endless supply of this beverage, just like that. And yes, for my holiday special title to find new readers. I also wish for the same. I wish for unlimited supply of chai. I want to drink it whenever I can."
Yeah.
So yeah, again, so I let me also do that where I said there are a lot of such relatable nuggets here in this beautiful book. Go
Thank
read it.
Thank you so much. I am also going to show the cover to everyone. This is the book. Go check it out. Acha, one more question I had. Do you have the paperback version of your book?
No, no, this is a Kindle, no, and
Okay.
Kindle only. And I think if for India, Amazon is not providing a Kindle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, the problem that happened with Raslila is that because I don't live in India, I've not got a chance to go sell my book outside in the stalls,
Ah,
and yeah, that's the reason I've gone only for this version. And when I get time to be in India, I'm planning to get some book printed, and then I'll again sit in stalls and sell it. There will be paperback, but not right now.
yeah. Yes. Okay, so everyone, let's DM Brijesh and ask him to come to India soon. Visit India
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, hopefully soon. Yeah.
Come to India. We need your books. Start DMing him, everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I will do that. Okay, I had questions for you, right? Let
Okay,
me get.
sure, sure.
Okay. So first with the illustrations, right? So they are also a big part of your book, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking, I mean, in the with the part of illustrations, I have two questions. First thing, when you were putting these together, did you get the imagery first, or did you write it first and then go to imagery? How did you approach it?
No, no, definitely. Okay, so a 3-4 step process this was. First was, of course, the nuggets came to me first. Then I thought of the particular moment in my life when that nugget came to me. Some of them I already had in mind, but I had to give it a visualization also.
Correct.
So the illustration came then. I went to Gemini and created the illustration. Then I
Okay.
actually physically wrote down the uh, dialogue that I wanted to put with it. And then, as I have mentioned in the disclaimer, and you might also know that with AI we don't get text generative.
Correct. I read it. Yeah.
So I had to superimpose the speech bubbles with the text inside them. So
Okay.
once the illustrations were there, I put down the dialogues in written format on my Word document, and then I superimposed the dialogues inside the illustration which was already there. So
Okay.
actually looking at the illustration gave me a lot of idea to what kind of dialogue I can put inside.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting because it's also something I wanted to know on how to approach. If ever it's an inspiration from which I'll take from. But if ever I feel like putting something like this together, I want to know what did you do.
Yeah.
That's the question. Okay, again, this question is again about how to approach uh, uh, this kind of a book, right? How to approach it? How do you approach it? It's is it like what should be seen and what should be written as words? What should be the imagery and what should be written as words? How do
I
you
think
decide?
I think the scenario that you are trying to paint through the words, you have to show
Mm-hmm.
is as much detail as possible. But yeah, in such a book, it's very important to show it visually. Like
Right,
how generally we say, show, don't tell.
right.
Then it actually becomes literal.
Oh, right. Because yeah, like I think so I felt this. Okay, when we write a normal book, not like an illustrative book, a normal book, a normal novel. There's a build up where you talk about the place, about how everything is there, and then there's a payoff there with which is the actual dialogue, and
Yeah.
that part is the illustration where you set the world up is the probably the illustration, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So here also similarly, in the nugget, I have built the
Right,
set,
right.
and then I am
Correct.
providing them the scene where this happens, and then the caption is just the icing on the top.
Correct. Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, very interested. As an author, I'm very interested. Obviously, as a reader, it was fun, but author also I have a very author kind of questions for you. Uh, yeah, and this is very kind of personal kind of thought process. A question that I had.
Hmm.
This says several pages in the book capture those small introspective moments, like daydreaming on the swing or getting lost in thoughts while looking out of a window.
Hmm.
So the question I had was, yeah, you have a lot of these there. I would wanted to know how much of these were thoughts that you already had and then recollected, and thoughts which you sat down to when you decided you'll have to write this book. What you just sat down and thought through. I mean, for the book.
So a lot of these nuggets were already in my drafts folder. The journey of this book has
Oh,
taken
nice.
a- many years. The
Oh,
idea
nice.
first came to me in 2020 and 21. So I
Oh.
had started compiling the nuggets long back.
Mhm.
There were many reasons for why it took this long to come out, but I already had the first initiation of what this book would
Okay.
be like
Okay.
in my head for a few years. Probably that helped me to take it
Mm.
to stage 2, stage 3 later on, even after such a gap between going back to it. Because in between years, in 2021, I closed the book. I didn't want to go back to it. I had given up
Oh.
on it. It would
Oh.
probably have stayed unpublished in my draft folder.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
But then I revisited in 2024, and it was like half my job is already done. It's going to be easier
Right.
from here.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And by that time, luckily, we also had AI, which has grown by leaps and bounds in those 2 3 years.
True. True. True.
And somebody, if Sid is already still here, I'm going to give a quick shout out to him again. Siddhant was again the one person who directed me towards Google Gemini. He said it has a very good, outcome. Just try it out once. It might be the thing that you are looking for. And it turned out it was. So I
Okay.
just
Okay.
tried it out once and it gave me a result that, I was like, okay, with some trial and error, I can make this work for me.
Right. Okay. I get it. So it was a process. It's been
Yeah.
like years. It's not just something you thought and you did it
No,
immediately.
no, it's definitely not an impulsive thought. It has taken a while. In fact, I would say it was anything but impulsive because it was something I worked on for a couple of years after before giving up on it, and then after restarting again about 6 to 7 months, I had to rework.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay. So, just a last question, right? I mean, this was what was the inspiration? Because this is the first book I read in such a format. Which did you? What book did you read, which was in this format before?
I'm going to sound very pompous here when I say this, but it is a fact that, in every book of mine, I have tried to do something genre defying and genre defining also.
Yeah, yeah, that I remember. That I remember from the last book where I was talking a lot about the songs that were coming up and how it
Exactly.
helped the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I personally wanted. I mean, I don't want you to feel one of your book is lesser or more. But I felt this book is uh, was was
Yeah.
really good. I mean,
Actually,
a
yeah.
step up for you
I
for what
stand
I
by that.
preach.
Yes, yes. It definitely shows my growth as a writer also. This
Correct,
particular
correct.
book, I
That's just I wanted to show. Yeah,
yes, yes, it shows. And I'm, you know, mature enough, clear enough to understand that this is
yeah.
probably
Right, right,
my
right.
best book till date.
Oh, true, true. I get it. I get it. Yeah. It's I just wanted to say I had fun when I was reading
Yes.
that book, but this makes me feel that you've grown so much as a writer.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Brijesh, here, because this has probably happened because of two reasons. One, that I have taken so many years to bring it out. I took a break
Correct, correct.
in between of 2 3 years. I allowed myself also that time to grow. Probably that's one reason. And the second reason is that I have changed as a person in the last 6 years so much.
Mm, mm, mm.
I that devil may care attitude has come. I'm not holding anything inside now. I'm like, okay, जो है यही है, भाड़ में जाओ, तुम्हें offend हो रहे हो
I
तो
think I
पढ़
think
लो.
that's the most important thing for writers, right? If just जो बोलना है बोल दो. The kind of a thing needs to be there. Yeah.
Exactly. Feel like I was holding myself back in the books that I was writing so far.
Correct,
In this
correct.
book, I have, no filters. Let's.
Nice. Yeah, I think there are moments like that in the book where you actually are saying that whatever you're saying now, you actually showed that in illustration. There are moments there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very funny. All of them are very funny. Even I don't remember the exact nugget, but then there was a guy sitting beside you, and you had some nugget for that in the train. Like all of
Yeah,
those were fun also while reading.
I think that was the nugget where I am cursing myself for forgetting the headphones, and I'm thinking, should
Ah,
I
right.
tell them I support the left just to make
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. I support the left. Yeah, yeah. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. That's the one. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So, I think that came because of the gap that I had in the years that it took me to bring this book together.
Got it. Yeah, understood.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to the fun part, which is the rapid fire
Yeah,
round.
the
Are you
rabbit
ready
fan.
for that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So how we'll do this, Brijesh, is we'll go back and forth. One question I ask,
Okay.
one question you ask.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Okay. So my first question to you is a school ritual you think every student secretly loves and one that they pretend to love but secretly hate.
Okay. For the one which they love but pretend to hate, I have something from my own life. I don't know if this was there in the school you studied, but then in my school, there was a game girls you would play and also some boys would play. They would look at the I forgot what they call it also. They would look outside and whenever a plane passes by, they would go to the other person and see if they have a dot on their finger here, on their hand here. And if
Yeah.
it was not there, they would punch each other too hard. I've never played that game. I acted like I didn't like it at that stage, but I really liked it. It was fun to look at, but then I didn't want to be hit by anyone, so I never played that. I don't know what they call it.
Is it called Jolly? I think.
Yeah, Jolly, I guess. Yeah. It's called Jolly. Yeah. It's called Jolly. What everyone loves, I don't know. I think there are a lot of things that we all love openly in
Yeah.
towards school, right? I really loved playing the pen fight thing where we
Oh yes.
fought with pens.
Yeah, that and I think book cricket was also another popular
Oh,
game.
book cricket was good, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think younger ages we played book cricket. Once we got to the high school and all, we played the pen fight and all of that.
Yes, yes. And then, of course, name, place, animal thing was the favorite across all ages, I feel.
Oh yeah, true. That was a good pastime thing to do.
Yes. Okay, your turn.
Okay, my question for you again, it is from the book. So I wanted to ask you because you mentioned both in your book, chai in the rain or hot chocolate in snow.
Oh, dear Lord. This is very difficult to choose because I've grown up on one. And
Yeah, that's the catch there because you've grown up on we grew up on the chai thing, right?
uh, I would still pick chai for the nostalgia.
Yeah,
Especially if somebody else is making it, I would love it.
nothing
My
beats
next question.
nostalgia. Yeah,
Yes.
your question.
My next one is for you is if this book became a film, what would be the one scene you would most want to watch on the big screen and why? Which particular
Yeah.
scene?
I'll tell you like two scenes, but then they're related, okay?
Okay.
And also a little giveaway when we talk about this because Priscilla comes to school for the very first time,
Hmm.
right? And this guy looks at her, and there's a lot of things happening. There's the weather outside that starts raining, and she looks like an angel to this guy, which is generally how I think everyone imagines, right? And that scene, that particular, I've written it very descriptively there. I want to see how that scene will turn out. And the same scene, I mean, it's not the same scene, but the same feeling. Actually, Sidhu gets for this girl is Mary is for farewell. When she
Uh,
comes out dressed dressed in that Anglo-Indian attire from the 90s, when she comes up with that, these in my head are almost similar scenes, but then
yeah.
almost similar scenes.
His
But I
feelings have,
want,
yeah, his feelings
yeah,
are different. Yeah.
yeah, I want to see how different can I visualize both of these scenes because they're
Mm.
they're almost same scenes, and how can I make it different? How can
Yeah.
I make two girls look like angels, but in different situations, and make it not look like I'm repeating the other scene? So that's kind of a challenge. But then, yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm going to sound like a very typical 90s kid here, but I'm going to say you can take inspiration from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, where in one particular
Oh,
scene, he
right.
feels that way about Rani Mukherjee, and that
Oh, wow.
later
Yeah.
he feels that way about Kajol.
Oh no, such a great, what do I say? Such a great reference point. I've never thought of, but once you told me it's the same situation. Once
Yeah,
you told me that, it's almost like that. The journey of Sidhu is like that, and the characters are like that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, good reference point. Good reference point.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, so the next question I have here for you is, yeah, again, this is from book, and this is obviously something I also feel. This is that, do you like quiet time with your favorite activity or lively outing with friends? Which do you want to do more?
Honestly, I don't know if you relate to it or not, but I'm pretty sure, 90% sure you will relate with it. In your 30s, there comes a point where you only want quiet. The-
Yeah,
you
that's it.
don't want the noisy friends. You want to sit at home. Even if friends are there, you want to sit at home and chill. You नहीं,
Right, right, totally, that's true.
outings नहीं चाहिए. हो गया. I've done enough of that in my, late teens and 20s. Throughout the 20s, I've done that. Now I want quiet time.
Quiet time. Nice, nice.
हो गया. The wildlife is over. Okay, my next question to you is,
Right.
if Sidhu met the following people from his batch, he already met Mary. We know towards the end he re-meets her. There's a little get together that they had. But what if he meets these people? How different would that meeting would be uh, from what happened with Mary? So my first one is Surya.
Surya, I think Sidhu will not try and engage a lot with him. Even if he sees Sidhu from far away, he'll try. Because the character Sidhu is, he'll try to just slide away from there. But if he comes face to face, he'll probably just kind of smile and do a fake hug thing saying, "Oh, we were good friends," and then he'll leave it. I don't think he'll interact much with Surya.
Ah, somebody like me who loves drama would have loved to see a confrontation between the two.
But I think Sidhu would not do that. Sidhu, I think, would
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
not
escape it.
intentional. Yes,
Right,
exactly.
right.
Okay, second one, Priscilla.
So Priscilla, I think he would, because I imagine Priscilla would be married, and I think that's what I was showing up in the book. She was dancing with someone. If
Hmm.
he ever comes face to face with her, and because he had feelings with her, there would be a very gentle smile and something in. I think he would express it with his eyes that I'm happy for you, and I don't
Hmm.
think he'll go further than that. He'll probably smile, identify that they've been classmates. I mean, obviously he'll tell, okay, we've been classmates, or they'll just say hi. But then
Hmm.
there's some expression that will go through his eyes, but not with his words. Nothing
Yeah,
that way.
true. Okay, next one, Grace.
Grace, I think he'll hug Grace. He'll tell Grace he's really missing her because it's been a while they talked. And I think once marriages happen, both men and women they get busy with kids. He'll tell her he's missing her. He'll ask her if they can like hang out, go on a coffee, talk like he talked to Mary. But I think yeah, Grace he'll want to sit down and talk to.
Okay, Arun.
Arun, I think he'll spend some time with Arun, but he will not spend a lot of time with him because of two things. One, I think for Sidhu, he thinks Arun is someone who is like a heroic figure in his life because he was always making right decisions, even in the young age.
Hmm.
Apart from one wrong decision, always doing the right thing.
Hmm.
And he'll also not try to overspend time because that's the image he wants to have of Arun.
Uh-huh.
Like a
Never
30
meet the
minutes
people.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. हीरो को हीरो रहने देते हैं तो 30 minutes he'll meet, not more than that.
Hmm. Masi?
Massey again, I think he'll ask if Massey can stay with him for a whole day, spend a whole day with him, go out because he would like to laugh around. He would like to hang out more with Massey, so you think he'll try to have more time with Massey.
Okay. The next two are the ones that I really am excited to know your response on. Jasper.
Now, Jasper, I think it's at this point Sidhu realizes he had some misconceptions about him. So he'll spend some time. Thoda he'll spend at least 1 hour. He'll offer. I think he'll offer Jasper to go come along. They'll sit in a bar and probably have a beer together. Is what I thought they'll do.
Oh, nice. And the last one, Xavier.
Xavier, I think Sidhu is still kind of insecure with Xavier because he thinks he's really cool, and I don't think people can hang out with someone who they think are really cool. They can't be themselves.
True. I can't take that guitar anymore.
Yeah. So first thing I think the whole problem is that Sidhu can't play a guitar and that guy plays a guitar. And there only Adha sa so he'll break. So I think he'll just say hi and probably talk for 10 minutes, 10 minutes in school, and that's it. I don't think he'll spend a lot of time with.
Okay. Interesting. I enjoyed that. Okay, your turn.
Oh, that was a very good question. Uh, okay, so the next one is I wanted to. I mean, this I actually forgot about harmonica only, until I. It's like way in the past, right? And you don't get to see. And xylophone and harmonica. if you mentioned, I think you had both in your childhood. I just wanted to know what will you pick right now, and what's your memory with this? What's your memory with these instruments?
Both are very good memories, actually. So if I could pick up one and start playing it, I think I would be better with the harmonica, because I'm not musically inclined. I mean, I love
Mm-hmm.
listening to songs and music, but I don't know if I can create it. So, and xylophone seems to be something that is more complicated, in my opinion. I have played both in my childhood as toys, not as somebody who was learning to play the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
But as a child, I have, experimented with those, and I was slightly better at playing the harmonica because you just have to blow into it. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter what kind of tune comes out, even if it is a little, off tune, people will accept and appreciate. But with the xylophone, it's like very out in the open. It's very
Right.
obvious you are going off tune.
Right.
So, yeah, no memory as such particularly, but yeah, I think I enjoyed playing with the harmonica as a child more than yeah.
Okay. 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 I remember when we were kids, a lot of Bollywood movies would have harmonica, the lead playing
हाँ,
harmonica.
कभी ना कभी हाँ कभी ना.
Even I mean, I've watched like numerous, and somehow I had a harmonica in my house as well. I don't know who it belonged to. Probably my grandfather. I don't know. I would try to play it, obviously badly, but then yeah. So that's very interesting because it took me back there again. That particular nugget took me back to that point.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun actually because, as you were saying, when you started reading and you realized it's an A to Z journey, X was probably one of the toughest for me. And then I was like, okay,
Mhm.
yes, this is something I can do. This is a
Right.
nostalgia ride for me. So, yeah.
Hey, that was very well put in there.
Okay, my next question to you is, if Sidhu appeared in Fit Melt, which nugget would he perfectly fit into? Or would you have to add a completely new kind of nugget to make him fit into the tone of the book?
So that I think, let me tell you this. Yeah, I think there is this one where where it talks about people getting references of books and entertainment, right? I think Sidhu will hard relate there, so, and he'll fit in that nugget where he will also want people to get his references.
When
Yeah,
people get
that's one.
brilliant book references, yes. I remember that one. Yeah, I enjoyed writing that one also. And also because I have cross-referenced something I do with my friends, which is the Fabulous Four, where we get together on an Instagram live once a
Hmm.
month and we discuss a book that we have read together. So,
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
yeah.
I think there are two kinds of friends, right? Generally, friends that get your references and that they don't, which don't. So in this group, you're super funny because all your references are working, and here it's they're not. Nothing is working. No reference is being caught on. So yeah, I really thought Sidhu would fit in there. Yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
Yeah, my question. Okay, so the next question I had is, yeah, I wanted to know about, I mean, a spontaneous trip with a overpacked luggage or a perfectly planned travel itinerary. It's again coming from your zip uh,
Again, I
question.
think, buddy, we are going to relate here also. We are in our 30s now. Spontaneous doesn't work anymore. I
No,
don't
that's true.
think,
That's true.
No.
Spontaneous doesn't work. Too
So,
hard, I think. Spontaneous now.
yeah.
Trips especially.
Yeah. So, I mean, after marriage and after, being in your 30s, spontaneous just doesn't have that spark. You will be in constant anxiety. My God, I have to go so much out of my comfort zone. No, sorry, no.
Correct, correct. True, 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 true. Spontaneous doesn't work at all.
Okay, my last question to you. That now let's assume that Instagram existed when you have placed this book in the time when Sidhu is in the school. So now my question to you is, uh, if the following characters discovered Fitmelt in their school library or they saw somebody reading it, what caption do you think they will use while putting up the book with a selfie on Instagram? With the book,
With a selfie on Instagram.
yeah, with the
Okay,
book.
so during school time, right? So Sidhu is not mature yet. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So these are the characters that I have chosen because I found them very interesting. First is of course Sidhu.
Okay, so again, I'm going to the time of school where Sidhu is not the person he is right now. So if he let's suppose he gets this book, he probably I imagine him not reading books at that time, but then he sees Grace reading the book. So he
Hmm.
goes and reads that book, and then he's read couple of pages of that book, and then he'll post a pic on Instagram saying, "A book only for girls," is what I think he would do.
Yeah. He was a sexist guy. Yeah. Yes.
That's what I think he'll do.
Yeah, I totally imagine him doing that. Okay, next character that I chose is Mary.
Okay, so Mary would obviously like the book. She would post it saying hard relate.
Yes. Okay, next one, Priscilla.
Yeah, so Priscilla, I think, would also do something like that, but then she would quote it better, I guess, because she's like a complex character. I mean, at least the way she carries herself is very complex. So she'll actually put a lot of words together. She'll put the book, and then there'll be a huge description there. The
A lot of
entire, like,
emojis also, I
a,
think. Yeah, a lot of
yeah,
emojis.
probably like a review. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, emojis, the reviews, and all of that. A proper review would be there from Priscilla for the book.
nice. And the last one, Surya.
Oh, Surya. Surya is an asshole. Sorry, but Surya would not
Yeah, he is,
would
yes.
would actually post a photo of some girl reading the book
Yeah.
and say, I guess he'll just say, I don't know why girls read books or something.
Or probably he'll say, fell in love with you more here, something like
Oh
that.
yeah, he could do that also if he's trying to impress the girl. Don't know, you never know.
Yes. Okay, that brings me to the end. I think you have one more question, or are you also done?
Yes, yes. Let me ask you a question. Again, this is very spontaneous for you. If Mary would fit into some nugget, what would she fit in?
Oh, interesting. Hmm. Let me quickly see. I think this, where I have shown the character going on a shopping spree. I think that is something I think Mary would be able
Mary
to do.
would fit. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
An unbelievable discount on something I purchased on a whim. I
Oh,
think
right, right, right. Yeah, she would relate to it. Yes.
this one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yeah,
Because you have described in great detail her wardrobe at multiple occasions. So I did feel like, she's somebody who's fashionable and loves shopping. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. True, true. She's definitely fashionable. Yes.
Okay, now we move on to the last part of the episode, which will be my favorite part. And we are going to play a game called the Fit Melt Bingo.
Okay, the fitment
I'm
bingo.
going to ask you a bunch of questions. These are related to the nuggets that you have read in Fitmelt. You just have to answer in yes or no, whether this has happened with you or you have experienced this or those kind of
Oh,
questions. Okay.
okay.
First one. Witnessed a perfect sunset in the last 7 days.
7 days. No, not here. No.
Oh my God, I forgot. Has spring begun for you yet?
They say it did, but it doesn't feel like it. That's what they're saying.
Totally get you. Yes, I am also. Yeah, we had a good week, and today suddenly it feels like we are back into the winter. So
Yeah, yeah. We had a good last week as well. I mean, not great, but good. But yeah, last 3 days have been terrible.
yeah, same. So rainy, so gloomy. I'm like, where is the spring I was promised?
Correct, correct. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Own a pair of jeans that fits just right.
No, I don't own jeans only. No, no jeans in my wardrobe.
Oh, you have gone into that stage
Yeah,
in wardrobe also now.
no jeans. I hate jeans. Correct,
Like you have like properly crossed into the 30s now. In wardrobe
correct,
also, I don't give a fuck.
correct.
Okay, next one. Ate ice cream before it melted.
Yeah, I generally do. I generally finish up my ice cream without it melting before it
Awesome.
melts.
Next one. Nailed a witty comeback at the right time.
That I generally do every time.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
day to
Okay.
day.
Okay. Next one. Went on a peaceful walk alone.
No walks currently again because of the
The weather, I know. I totally
weather.
agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'll do in summers. I'll do.
Yeah, we do have to catch up on the sunny days, the good days. I
Correct.
understand that. Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Next one. Got lost in a great book.
No, I've not read books. Apart from no. Like, yeah, I want to get lost, like lost in the book, but then yeah, it's been a while that I've read novels.
This particular, nugget I have put in, I'm shoveling the guest. You say my book.
No, I know I could say a book, but then it's an illustration. No, we see, we go back, we leave it. No, I
Yes,
want
yes.
to like get into a book like that. I want to
Yeah.
get into the book.
Yeah, I get what you are
You
saying.
know, right? Like when we were like growing up, when we were
Yeah.
in 2021, that's
Yeah.
the time you like really get into a book, and it takes
Yeah.
time for you to come out.
Yes.
I think
True.
last
That's
book
very
that did
true.
that
You're
to me
totally
is
immersed in the book.
yeah, last book that did that to me is the trilogy, Amish's Shiva trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
been years. It's been more than a decade. I felt like that.
That is actually true. I have also not felt like that since the Shiva trilogy, I feel. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Took a shower without adjusting the knobs in the past week.
I'll just pakka. No, I won't have.
I understand that. You are sharing a bathroom with your wife, aren't you? So,
Yeah, correct. You have to adjust. There's no option.
okay. Next one. Took up a new hobby or did something creative.
ये creative बोल तो we keep writing, no? That we do. New hobby तो age नहीं है new hobby का अभी.
Yes, again. Look at us talking like we are already in our 40s. Oh, God.
Trying to
Okay.
get there sooner, I guess.
Next one. Heard a song you forgot you loved.
Oh, that I think I do. I what I've heard recently. I actually don't. Oh, yeah. From Silsila, I keep hearing the songs. I like the songs, but it's not in my playlist somehow. They keep coming back randomly,
Okay.
and I keep listening.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Found an old note or photo.
Old note, no. Photo, no, no.
Hmm. Okay. Next one. This is going to be really difficult for you because of where you live, but I'm still hoping for a yes. Spotted a rainbow in the past year.
In the last year, yeah. In the past year, I did.
Okay.
I live by Niagara. I live by Niagara Falls. I mean, it's just 30 minutes from
Oh,
here.
yes, because of the yes, you
So there's a
definitely.
rainbow all the time. You go there, you'll see a rainbow. Not this time, but then summers, you go there, you'll see.
Yeah, I can see because of the water, of course. It's so
Yeah,
easy to water rainbow there. Yes.
correct.
Next one. Had a random idea that sparked joy.
Yeah, that I do. That I keep having. Yes.
Okay. Next one. Took yourself on a date or day out.
No, not currently.
Okay. Next one. Smelled something baking.
Yes, that I did. Yes.
What was it? What was it?
It was. I mean, it was a donut or a mini cupcake. Actually, I'm on diet, so
Yeah.
I'm on generally on diet for the last 3 months.
Okay.
So everything I smell like makes me feel so hungry,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
supermarkets here in Canada always have a bakery. So
Yes.
you definitely get that baking smell every time. It's
Yeah.
just
Here,
probably a
the
cupcake.
same thing here in Europe also. They have a
Yeah.
separate baking section, like the
Section, yeah, correct.
cafe or a baking. Yeah,
Correct.
I understand. Yes. Okay. Next one. Had a good hair day in the past 2 weeks.
No, I'm not. I don't have good hair days only. I just recently got it cut. I had it long. I was trying to have. I was hoping to have good hair days, but I was not. So I got them cut. Recently,
Okay.
it's been a week that I got my hair cut.
Okay. Next one. Popped a bubble wrap.
No, I didn't.
You need to order more stuff online.
No, I have stuff. I don't sit down and pop. No time for popping bubble wraps.
No, why would you do that? No, you are wasting such good therapy.
I know, right? It should be therapeutic. Yeah, I should do that.
Okay, next one. Ate your comfort food.
Yeah, I do that. I mean, although I'm on diet, I weekly once I eat biryani, which is super
Nice.
comfort.
Okay. Next one. Gazed at the moon in silence.
Not currently. I would love. I wish I could, but no,
Okay. Next one. Bought something that made you giddy.
no.
And the last one. Reconnected with an old friend.
Reconnected with. Yeah. So what happened? I mean, not really talked a lot, but then this book I published in the month of Jan,
Hmm.
right? In the month of Feb. So Massey is a real. I mean, I've named his name as is. Massey is a real
Oh,
person
okay. Interesting.
whose name I put it as is. I don't think he's read it through, but then he had bought the book. He read a couple of chapters. He had messaged me saying thanks for having me on your book, which made me really happy. It was one of the goals I had. I mean, I wish he finishes reading the book, but when I wrote the book, I really wanted him to read the book, and I really thought because obviously school time friends you don't connect with, but he's someone I'm really fond of,
Hmm.
and him messaging me and talking about my book felt really good. Yeah, so I did.
Awesome. You could also have said, yes, I connected with you, Manali, again. So,
No,
how
I wanted to tell a
cool.
big story, but yeah, we did connect. Thanks to my book, we connected together.
So this was once again, I have to say, the previous time also we did this together. It was so much fun. This was also equally fun. I think even more fun than last time. So,
Yeah, I think this time we really because the second meet, so we really were more comfortable with each other. I guess it was really fun. Yeah.
and before I let you go, I have to ask, when are you coming up with the next book so I can have you again?
I am trying. So when we start this year, I write resolutions, right? I wrote goals this year. My goal is to have two books this year, which one I did because
Okay.
this was already in process. So
Huh.
hopefully by December I should definitely write another. I have a screenplay. I need to get it into book. I do the reverse. I think people write books and screenplays. I do screenplay and book. So I have to just sit down and write it through. Probably once summer starts, I'll write it.
Hmm.
Hopefully by November, I'll get it out. I'm hoping so. Let's see.
Keeping my fingers crossed and looking forward to having you again before this year ends, which makes me very happy because the gap will be shorter than 2 years now. So,
Yeah, yeah.
really,
Last time I was working on my movie, so I couldn't
uh,
put a lot into this. But now I'm generally writing a lot. From the
oh,
time this year started,
okay.
I've completed a screenplay also.
Oh, wow.
All of these were in progress. So yeah, I've completed. I've started a new one. So yeah, I think this time I'll achieve the other book sooner.
Awesome. Really looking forward to it, Brijesh. All the best with it.
Thank
And
you.
I would also have a book out by then, hopefully. So we'll be
Okay, great.
discussing, yeah,
We'll
we'll be
be
discussing
discussing two
two
new
new
books. Like
things. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
We'll be discussing two new titles by us. So, really looking forward to that. And once again, thank you for being here. And those of you who were here with us, go check out our books on Amazon. Both of us have done a good job. I'm not going to talk about my book, of course, because that's your job.
No, no,
Uh,
both. Yeah, we can say both did good job because both are two good books. Go read them.
I have read Brijesh's both books and I liked both of them. I like this a little more than the previous one, so do definitely check it out. As I mentioned before, if you've already passed out of from school and it's been a while that you have revisited your school days, this is the perfect book to get into for that nostalgia and memory drive. So go check it out. For the book link, you can connect with Brijesh. The episode will also be available on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So hope you all had fun. Thank you, Brijesh, once again. Oh, thank you so much.
Go read the book.
Thank you so much, Brijesh.
Hey,
Yes,
thank
check
you.
out both our books. Bye. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.